There are so many handbags, luxury handbag styles that are coming out for fall 2025. And in this video, we're gonna talk about the major fall 2025 luxury handbag trends. I've got some mid-range bags in here as well and some budget-friendly bags. So let's get into it. Also, I know y'all love the controversy, so we're gonna talk about a few very popular bags that are just, let's just say they're just not it right now. I don't wanna say they're out of style and dated necessarily. They just kind of seem, they've had their day and it's not today. So we'll get to those at the end. The first trend we'll talk about is a huge one. It's gotta be the biggest trend of 2025 in the handbag world, and you probably already know it, but the Hobo bag. Oh my goodness. The Hobo bag is back, but I feel like it's kind of had a glow up. Yes, we do have the Hobo bags that we all used in the 90s. Free People did a good job of that, but in the luxury bag world, there's some beautiful Hobo bags that don't make you look like you're an actual hobo. They have a great structure to them, even though they are more of that soft kind of look. Now, dark brown and suede are the major fabrics here in this Hobo bag, but of course black is always wonderful, and the beiges and creams, any neutral tones. And the main shape here is this elongated triangle shape. It still looks chic and polished and doesn't look like you just threw your whole life into a bag. It's kind of like the Hobo bag went to therapy and got its life together. So in the luxury category, the favorites here are the Row, the Bindle bag. I want to say this might be the one that kind of started the whole thing. These are around $2,300, which is in the luxury bag world is not a bad price. I won't be buying it, but it is a beautiful bag. I think this is gorgeous. Now the Coach Brooklyn bag, I love this bag. It's very hard for a brand to turn around its reputation and the way it's perceived, and I feel like Coach did that with this bag. This is a beautiful bag for about $300. Louis Vuitton actually has a gorgeous Hobo bag called the Low Key bag, which is really beautiful and more minimal. It's very different from their monogrammed, purses that they have. By the way, if you're ever in New York City, definitely stop by the new Louis Vuitton store. Go to the 4th floor for their cafe. It has got to be the best coffee and dessert I've ever had in my life. And I did not have their food. I just kind of went and sat at the bar. I've done it twice now, and it was a really fun experience. You don't even have to like Louis Vuitton, but the cafe is amazing. Now back to some more mid-range options in this Hobo bag genre. Songmont has a beautiful suede bag that has a really convenient cell phone pocket. I love this bag. I've actually been using it a lot lately. And Fabrique actually has a beautiful leather Hobo bag. This is from one of the former designers at, I think, Bottega. And this looks a little more structured and a little bit more of an everyday bag, but it still falls in that Hobo bag category. I think this is a beautiful bag as well. And I believe both of these are under or around $500. And then my budget-friendly option here, Target. In the last year or so, I've actually been really impressed by the bags at Target for what you're getting for the price. And I've actually stopped people before and said, I love your bag. And they're like, Target. I mean, they're doing a really good job. And I did find a really cute Hobo bag. I don't have this one myself, but it's around $35. So if you wanted this look, but you just can't go the mid-range or luxury range, this is a great option. I'm gonna link all these below, the luxury, the mid, any budget-friendly that I find. They'll all be in the description box, and I'll try to tag the YouTube link stuff too. It's gonna be tagged everywhere, I hope. Now I know we're over here talking about luxury handbags, but I think our skin and hair should be treated like a luxury handbag, if we're being honest. And what if the thing that you're doing every day for cleanliness is actually damaging your hair and your skin? So the reality is a lot of our tap water is loaded with harsh chemicals that are good for certain things, but they're definitely not good for our hair and our skin because they can strip away your natural moisture barrier. This is why I was so excited to partner with Afina. They have created the easiest and most effective way to purify your shower water. Afina is one of the only filtered shower heads that is dermatologist recommended. So Afina solves this problem with their patent pending filter, which is scientifically proven to eliminate almost 98% of those harmful chemicals in your water. So you get dramatically cleaner water without sacrificing your experience. Now, I kid you not, setting the Afina shower head up took at most 5 minutes. It was so easy to do, and my husband came home, he was very impressed, and he said, oh my gosh, you installed the shower head? I just let him believe that it was some major project, but it was super easy. They send the items with you to get it set up yourself, and it's just really easy. And even replacing the filter is very easy. You can do it in under 2 minutes. I think it's important to invest in our self-care, and making sure your shower is helping you, which is something you do every day, is very important. You can check out Afina using my QR code or the link in my description for a special discount, and let's continue. This next one is like the cool girl bag. I don't know how else to say it, but that's what pops into my head whenever I think and look in this bag, and it's the East West bag. bag. This started, I wanna say, last year, and this is just a really, really on-trend shape. I think this is really pretty. I love it. A big front runner here in the luxury category is the Prada. I forget what the actual name of it is, but I'll show you on the screen. And I love this bag, gorgeous. If it dropped down from the sky right now, I would definitely be using it. But this is a very trendy bag, and so I kind of feel like, you know, do you want to go the super luxury $3,000 bag route? I don't know what you want to do. What I like better here personally is I like these mid-range bags. Freja, I'm not sure how you pronounce that brand, but they did a really good bag for a mid-range, still beautiful, well-crafted leather bag option. And it's a little more minimal, so I don't feel like it's so in your face like the Prada bag is. And Demoulier has a really cute East-West bag as well. I love Demoulier bags. I just feel like they really hit all the boxes for not being so pricey, but also having a really nice quality bags that look a little more classic and timeless. And then my budget-friendly option here, I don't know if I have a budget-friendly option for every category, but I do for these, and it's the JW Pay East-West bag. I think it's about $100, and a lot of these bags by JW Pay, I've had a couple in the past, and they're actually pretty good. Like for like a more affordable, budget-friendly option, it's a pretty good brand. Do you remember, if you watched my channel for a while, probably a year or so ago, on a video called Trends I Will Not Be Wearing, I mentioned these extra size, humongous bags that look like you have like 3 dead bodies in them. And I said, I will not be doing that because it just looks like a back problem waiting to happen. Like, and the thing is too, I would like literally put everything in my house in that bag. But anyway, so the extra large bag has luckily become a lot more wearable. They're more practical for if you need an extra large bag, but you're not trying to put your vacuum cleaner in them and become Mary Poppins. Now, let's get into probably my favorite luxury bag in this video. Is it my favorite? I'm just thinking about this now. I don't know, it's my favorite right this moment, but it's been my favorite for a while. It's the YSL Bay or Baya bag. I love this bag. I've seen it in real life, saw it on a woman. I'm like, oh, I love that. And I just feel like this looks a little more timeless. You know, it doesn't have like tons of logos everywhere. It's a good shape. It's not too big. It's not too small. It can hold all your stuff. It looks like a good laptop bag. Listen, this is not off the table for me. It's just that I have to really be sure before I go out and buy a luxury bag. Now, I love that bag in a not quite mid-range, but not as pricey as YSL, the Chloe, I forget what it's called, but I have it bag. It's like a very slouchy, oversized bag. I've had this one for quite a while and I love it. I actually went from, my son is 4, and so whenever he was like, you know, baby 1, 2, 3, I was just carrying around a diaper bag everywhere. And then eventually I didn't really need to carry around diapers. And then I realized, okay, I need to, come on, I can do better than this. So I got this big bag to carry all my kids' stuff, their coloring books and the crayons and all the things I need to bring when we go to a restaurant, or if we go, you know, out for a long day or something like that. I can fit it all in here, but it still looks nice. Now, if you want more of a true mid-range bag in this category, the Demoulier New York tote is a great option here. I have just heard like people who own this like really, really love it. It's just a great size bag. It's big, it fits on your stuff, but it's not too big. And it's, you know, a more reasonable price than these luxury designer bags sometimes. And since extra large bags are more on trend and they're just very big right now, the shopper tote is definitely more of one, kind of like the white button down. It's trending sometimes, but even when it's not trending, it still looks good. It's very classic. And so for the shopper totes here, I really love the Saint Laurent shopper tote. That is the luxury shopper tote that I think that is really, you know, that's really on trend right now. And I don't want to say it's only about $1,500, but I mean, compared to a lot of luxury bags that are like $5,000, $1,500 sounds like, wow, what an inexpensive bag. Not really. But the shopper tote by Saint Laurent, beautiful, just a really nice bag. It's simple, functional, not too loud. The other one I love here is the Loewe puzzle tote. I love Loewe. I feel like it's one of those if you know brands. You know, a lot of people, especially here in the South, people are really big on Louis Vuitton. You know, everyone knows Chanel, Dior, but Loewe is one of those that you see the cool girl at Ibiza carrying, or, you know, the fashion week people. Like, it's just one of those brands that's a really high-end luxury brand, but it's not as saturated as all these others. And I personally love that. And also I just think Le Loewe makes really good bags, whereas some of these higher end designer brands, I don't know, something happened with their quality. I watched this guy on TikTok who like dissects bags, and he'll dissect these bags and it turns out they're not going to call it quality. But the Loewe ones that I've seen him dissect, he's like, this is really nice. Anyway, I digress. Loewe Puzzle Tote, gorgeous, beautiful. It's a little more than a classic, but it's not so trendy that it'll just be out of style in 5 minutes. Now, if you want something under $300, this Kuyana, however you say that name, they have a nice shopper tote, beautiful quality, under or around $300. I personally have the Demilia shopper tote. I love this bag. I use it a ton when I'm not using that Chloe bag to round up all my kids' stuff, but I do need an extra large bag and I want it in brown. I use this one. And so I actually use this one quite a bit as well. And it's great because it holds a lot of stuff, but it's not oversized, not too big, and it still looks functional and sophisticated because it's got that more structured look. And then my little more budget friendly here is the Madewell shopper tote. This is a little bit smaller, and I have the suede version, and so this one can actually be a little bit more of an everyday bag as opposed to just an extra large bag. But of course it's not as big as these other shopper totes, so you know, you have to go with what you need obviously. But this bag is really beautiful, very well made, and it's this beautiful color. I think it comes in other colors, but I love this dark chocolate suede. Shoulder bags have been a big trend for a while, and so they're still very much on trend. This is kind of like a throwback to the 90s. Remember the Prada little shoulder bag that everybody wanted? Was that the 90s, maybe early 2000s? So shoulder bags are great, and even when they're not on trend, they still kind of look a little bit more classic. And what's in right now for these are just the sleek, more minimalist versions. Pretty much with all of these bags, it's all about this sleek, I don't want to say quiet luxury because I think we're so tired of hearing that term, but it's just more this sleek, minimal logos, more focused on the texture and, you know, just this classic look rather than logos everywhere. So with the shoulder bags, the same thing goes for these. YSL has a shoulder bag that I have been looking at for probably a year or so. It's a little bit bigger than some of these little smaller ones, but it just seems like a really great everyday tote, like a really nice shape. They've had it in some gorgeous colors, and it just seems like an all-around great bag that won't ever really look dated. The Totem belted bag is another, if you know, you know, kind of bag, but this is a really popular luxury bag right now as well. It's coming in a lot of beautiful finishes, and I love the little added belt. It's not so gaudy like a lot of bags that we are seeing right now. But it just, you know, has this little bit of extra style to it. So I think this is a really beautiful bag as well in the luxury category. And the Prada Soft Sound bag in suede. I love this bag. It's so beautiful. I want to say it's sold out right now. This is one that it's unique enough to where I think it'll just always look good. I love that bag. I think it's so pretty. And then by Louis Vuitton, we have the Express bag. This is a very big trending bag right now at the moment, but I do feel like this might be a little bit less timeless than some of the other bags. One of my personal favorite mid-range shoulder bags has been the Demilia Tokyo Tote. I hope I didn't get those two mixed up. I have it in an ivory, white ivory color, and I have it in a green suede. And I love these if I'm going out somewhere. I'm going somewhere this evening. I don't need a big old bag. I just want to bring like a little shoulder tote. I will probably wear one of these. I have really used these quite a bit. And then the other shoulder bag that has been kind of my ride or die for a while is a Songmont Luna bag. If I am traveling and I only want to bring one suitcase and I want to bring one bag, it'll be this one because you can kind of make it into different shapes, a smaller, more evening bag or more of a daytime bag. So it's just really versatile. And then I don't have like a under $100 option here, but whenever I'm doing this video and editing the video, I will look and see what I find, and I'll link some below if I do find anything that looks pretty interesting or cute and like under $100. A huge trend for right now going into 2026 are these top handle bags. I think this is one that'll stay around for quite a while, and we've been seeing this. We're gonna see it going forward. It's sophisticated, structured, and a little bit retro. The Kate Aldry bag is a beautiful bag in this category. It kind of falls into that shoulder bag category as well, but it feels very refined and timeless. The Bottega Andiamo bags, these are very timeless. I think if you have an Andiamo by Bottega, I don't really think it ever goes out of style. But if you like the Bottega Andiamo, but you don't want to pay Bottega prices, Quince has a beautiful bag, have that similar look and feel. Still leather, but of course a fraction of the cost. And then also from Bottega are these sardine bags. These have been trending for a while, so I'm wondering how much longer this will be a trend. It's definitely more of a trendy trend in the bag department. There's lots of Amazon dupes and all kinds that look just like this bag. I think this will be trending for a while, but I'll bet you by next fall, nobody will really be talking about it, and Bottega will have moved on to something else. And then I debated whether to put this next bag in this video because it's definitely more geared to the younger crowd who were just babies or small children during the 2000s or 2010s. But we're seeing lots of hardware, embellishments, and pockets like the Chloe Calara. I think that's what it's called. It's playful and very maximalist, but I think that, I don't know, that can kind of look a little like disheveled, I feel like, on certain, like it would look disheveled on me. It wouldn't work. I don't know. I just kind of feel like that's one that I did that back in 2008 and like 2005 or 2012, whenever it was. That's one of those that I don't really need to go there anymore, but that is a big trend. So, and also purse charms. Purse charms, huge trend. This has been a trend for a while, but seeing a lot of purse charms, especially on those kinds of bags. And now, drum roll please, the moment you've all been waiting for, or actually you can just turn the video off. Just turn it off. You don't need to hear about any bags that are not it right now. You know, you can turn it off. But if you are still here and you want to hear about the luxury bags that are just not it right now, I like saying not it because I don't want to call a $5,000 bag out of style. But anyway, these are just some that were really popular one time and they're just not that popular now. One of them I still own and I still use and I love it. So take it all with a grain of salt. The branded totes. I'm thinking of the Marc Jacob branded tote. Even that Chloe, I know y'all have it because a lot of people have it. That Chloe that got so big a few years ago, and I just think it was literally under everybody's Christmas tree. I'm not gonna say it's out of style, but it was just huge for a while, and then it's just kind of faded to the background with all the other heavily logoed items. So take that as you will. If you were to wear this bag, no one's gonna look at you and say, oh my gosh, that's just not it right now. But you're not gonna, like, let's say you wanted to buy it, you know, there's plenty out there, whereas before it was like selling out everywhere. It's just not the it bag right now. Heavily logoed items are just not where it's at for 2025. I will say though, in terms of logoed stuff, I do like that Chloe bag because I feel like it's less in your face, even though it does have big Chloe's, you know, stripes down the side, but I just feel like it's not as in your face as like some of the Gucci bags and things. So anyway, take that as you will. The Bottega large gold chain pouch bag. That one was super big for a while. Very, very heavily trending bag. And it's just kind of not right now. It's just kind of moved to the back burner. The Loewe scrunch bag, what is it called? Loewe, I'll show you a picture. But that one kind of took over these like smaller chains, like more subdued chains. And that Bottega with the big gold chain, as you're seeing it, you're probably like, oh yeah, I remember that. Like that one just kind of moved to the back burner. Teeny tiny micro itty bitty bags, that's out of style. I'm gonna say it's out of style because it was a style because it for sure was not functional to only be able to carry your lipstick and not even your license. So anyway, I'm glad that that's gone. I never got into that to begin with. I just thought that was kind of ridiculous, but teeny tiny bags, they're out. The Gucci Marmont. Okay, I've mentioned it in some other video. I do have this bag. I have the Gucci Marmont in the black on black. I love it. I still use it. I may even use it tonight. I'm going somewhere where I need to wear mostly black. So anyway, I love this bag, but is it a hot trending bag right now? No. And this bag got so big for so many years. You may even have one and they're still selling them. I think Gucci's still trying to, like, you know, make it cool and interesting, but it's just not it right now. It will be it at some other time in the world. Of course, please don't stop using your beautiful Gucci bag just because it's not the forefront trending bag. It's just not a trending bag right now. The other bag that was really popular around that same time were those camera bags, YSL, the Gucci camera bags. It seemed like every influencer on Instagram in 2015, 2016, or 18 or something, they all had that bag. Like just everybody had that one. And so it's just not it right now. It's not on trend. It's just not a very popular bag right now. Take that as you will. I'm sure all of these bags will come back at some point. And then the Louis Vuitton Neverfull bag. That is a very popular bag in the South where I live. If you're a millennial mom, you probably have that bag. And listen, a bag doesn't make your whole outfit. If you still have this, people love this bag. As long as you're not wearing it with like some ripped skinny jeans and low shaft boots and a floppy hat, like the same outfit you wore it with 10 and 15 years ago, you're gonna be fine. But it's not it right now. It's not a very on-trend bag right now, the Louis Vuitton logo monogrammed, never full bag. What is more on trend with this exact same bag are the inside out bags, the ones that are more sleek, very minimal logos, same bag, but not all the logos everywhere. That is the more on-trend version of this bag right now. Now, as always, with fashion, with anything, always wear what you love, especially with luxury handbags. You really wanna go with the thing that you really, really love, because you're the one that's gonna be wearing it, and that's the most important thing. So anyway, I hope this video was helpful and fun. There really are so many bag trends and so much out there. I wanted to try to narrow it down to just kind of the major ones. So I hope this worked out really well, and we'll see how it goes in the end. Let me know what you think as always. Make sure to check out the Afina shower head below if that's something that interests you, and I will see you next time.